Hello everyone, a very good evening and welcome to this edition of Startup Central right here on ET Now. I'm Avan Dabash. This is a show where we get you all the latest news about startups, technology and disruption and anything that has to do with the new economy. And to all of our viewers, do remember you can write into us, you can stay connected and you can even pitch to us. All you have to do is shoot us an email. That's the email ID suc@etnow.tv. Now do remember, before we start off the show, as always, we get you a roundup of all of the top startup stories of the day in our segment, Startup Central Fatafat. So let's get straight to it. The WhatsApp spyware scandal is likely to impact the payment services in India, with the Israeli firm going full throttle. In fact, reports suggest that the Indian government has reached out to the Reserve Bank and NPCI with security data concerns. The messaging platform has been running pilot payments and was planning a full-fledged launch in the coming weeks. Reports suggest that iPhone maker Apple is working on a subscription model. The move, which has long been speculated, will help Apple boost sales at a time when people aren't upgrading their iPhones faster. CEO Tim Cook has time and again indicated that the company has to look beyond the traditional retail model. Amazon India has partnered with Book My Show to foray into the movie ticketing space. Users will also have access to content like ratings and reviews, and several e-commerce players are building an app ecosystem with several options bundled in for the everyday shopper. Healthcare startup BU Plus has closed a $3.2 million Series A funding from investors including IV Cap Ventures. The company offers daycare procedures by partnering with specialty clinics. Funds will be deployed to standardize the highly fragmented model. With the odd and even scheme being announced in New Delhi, Quick Ride, which is a car and bike ride pooling platform which connects commuters traveling in the same direction in real time and even schedules the rides instantly for an immediate ride, now joins in to tell us about the impact of that, how many current users they have, as well as their growth plans. Founder KNM Rao is joining me right now. Thank you so much for taking time out, and good to have you with us on Startup Central right here on ET Now. To begin with, we've got that road rationing plan, the odd even scheme, and that has kicked off. Tell us a little bit about Quick Ride and how exactly it's working, because you've been fairly active on social media as well, talking about how this plan is going to really kick off.
Yeah, hi, good evening. So myself, Rao, I'm the founder of Quick Ride, and we started Quick Ride in 2015 with the aim to help the carpooling to happen in the metro cities, with the aim to reduce the vehicles from the road and to help in reducing the traffic congestion and the pollution. And last 4 years, we have been working with multiple corporates and tech parks and enabling the employees to start carpooling and bike pooling, and we spend a lot of time in educating them and conducting the awareness campaigns and helping them to understand how the system works, and we try to build the large networks in each of the tech park and the metro cities. And in Delhi NCR, we have started 1 year back, and we have seen the very good response, and so far we have more than 4 lakh users registered in Delhi NCR, covering Delhi, Noida and Gurgaon. So far every day almost there are more than 10,000 employees, daily commuters, who are traveling with Quick Ride and carpooling. Now with the odd even, the people who are already using Quick Ride, for them it becomes very easy because they are already used to carpooling. They can take their own car on the matching day, and they can easily join instantly to others' car who are going from the nearby location to the their own office or tech park, matching to the time. They can easily join to others' car through the Quick Ride application, and they can comfortably travel. And we are also looking forward for more and more people to join carpooling with Quick Ride. And so there, if you look at it for the odd even, there are many solutions people can during the odd even time, people can either they try to choose work from home, they take leave, or they take other expensive options. But if they can choose to carpooling, the carpooling can become a long-term benefit. Once they used to the carpooling, they can continue to do that even after this odd even rule is over. So we request everyone to try out the carpooling during this time, and then they can understand the benefits, how it works, and it is going to be long-term beneficial.
Okay, I just want to delve in a little bit further about the impact of this odd and even scheme for the company and how exactly you're working to it. What is the plan that has been put in place?
So we have been doing a lot of campaigns to make to support this odd even. During this time, we see that literally almost the vehicles on the road will come down by half, and we to support this, to enable people to commute smoothly, we have been conducting a lot of campaigns. We are doing awareness campaigns at multiple companies like Wipro, Infosys, HCL, and Canada Tech Parks, IBM. We are conducting the campaign and creating the awareness that, and we are helping the people to move to the carpooling rather than any other option during the odd even. And we are seeing very good growth. If last 1 week, if you see the number of new users joined the network, it is almost 3 times higher than the earlier regular one. And to support more and more people to do carpooling during this time, QuickRide has announced 2 offers. One is we are giving one carpool free for all the people. First time, one carpool we are giving free, and second is during this time, the 10 days period, we are removing the convenience fees for using the QuickRide. Whatever nominal convenience fees we used to charge, now we make it, we wiped off completely, and it is free. So more and more people can try carpooling with QuickRide and take the advantage of the technology to get connected instantly and do the carpooling.
Okay, fair enough. Now, you've announced, just very recently actually, that you've registered over 2 million users on the platform, facilitating nearly 21 million carpool trips since your launch, which was in 2015. So can you tell us a little bit more about the plan in terms of you growing this user base? Do you have any targets in mind, and how are you going about it?
Yeah, so the currently we have actually 2.8 million users, and we have completed 30 million carpools since we have launched, and that it means that itself says that we have prevented roughly around 75,000 ton carbon emission from the environment. And our target is we are very ambitious, and we are happy that users are responding very positively to this carpooling culture, and we are very ambitious. Our goal is to at least do 1 million carpools every day. Thereby, we would like to remove 1 million vehicles from the road in India every day. That is our vision, and we would like to achieve this in next 1.5 to 2 years.
And we sure could do with fewer cars on these traffic congested roads. Now, you entered the market in 2015. You're operating in 9 cities, I currently understand, that include, south base, primarily like Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad. There's also Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, and Kochi. Are you looking at penetrating into more cities? What is the overall geographical expansion plan in place?
So our focus right now is to more deeper into each of these cities. Right now we have covered all the metro cities, and the problem is more in the metro cities. The traffic congestion is more in metro cities. And first, next 1.5 years to 2 years, we would like to go more deeper in each of these cities and make a bigger impact. For example, in Bangalore, we are doing around 60,000 carpools every day. We would like to take that to maybe 3 lakh carpools every day, thereby making a very big impact and the carpooling should be the default or de facto way of commuting for everyone.
Okay. Now, how it works is also what I understand from your scheme is that a car owner or a carpool giver is rewarded a point system for offering the carpool, which can be used then either taking carpooling rides or it can be redeemed for fuel. So, how exactly does this system work for, say, if I'm a carpooler?
Yeah, great. So, typically, if you look at it, how carpooling works in earlier days, also carpooling is there, but it is there within a small groups like 3-4 members get together and start sharing the cars. One day one person brings, another day other person brings. This requires a lot of understanding, and they all need to have the same start working and end working timings. But this is not the case, and these smaller groups are getting broken, and these are not scaling up. So what we thought is the same model, we want to create large networks, carpooling networks. So at any point of time, I should be able to find a carpool. So then how do we measure the contribution? Then we brought something called point system, where if I offer a carpool to 3 people, I get the points, I get the carpool points. So I can use these points on the next coming days from other people, whoever, need not be only those 3 people, it can be anyone in the network. I can take the carpool and my points gets debited and goes to the people who are giving the carpool to me. And this way, the points rotates the carpooling behavior. Whoever contributing, they get the point, and when they can use those points to take the carpool from someone else within the network, and the networks are larger. For example, we can say Wipro alone in Bangalore, we have more than 14,000 carpooler network. So that in that network, when we visualize that network, we can always find those people who at any point of time you can find the matching people. So if I am left with more points, if I contributed more on carpooling, if I left more points with me, then what I can do is I can go to the fuel station and I can redeem the fuel. And this is similar to, for example, there are 3 people carpooling and 2 people are bringing car, and other person would like to share the fuel expenses. The same scenario we have automated in the Quick Ride, and we give it to the car owner something called a fuel card, which can be used at any fuel station. So whatever the carpool contribution, whatever the points they got it, and they can go to the fuel station and get the fuel for that, okay, redeem for the fuel.
Okay, so as things stand, I understand that you're generating a monthly revenue of around 70 lakh to 75 lakh rupees. You're growing around 25% month on month. Tell us a little bit more about your growth run rate, how much money you're currently making, and how profitable you are.
So the carpooling is something very, it's a very good shared mobility business where you don't need to really, it's not a asset heavy model where this business, the good part is you are not deploying any cars, you are not adding any vehicle to the road, and you are just identifying the empty seats which are there in the already going vehicles. So it works out very economical, and we have a very, the good part of our business is we have a very positive take rate of every transaction. So unlike any other models where you do more transaction means you have more burn rate, but in Quick Ride and with carpooling and bike pooling business, we have more transaction means more positive take rate. Right now we are around 70 lakhs revenue, which comes from the convenience fees from the people who are using our platform to get connected and do carpooling. And every month we see very good growth, and the major part of our growth is coming from the referrals. Our users refer other people. Yeah.
Okay. Now I understand that you've raised nearly 15...
I also would like to add...
Go ahead.
Yeah, I also would like to add that the future, how I look forward for urban mobility is, before everyone should make this as a habit, that before they, when they want to start from their home to office or a particular destination, they should first check if there are already anyone is going from the same location to the same destination, then they should leave their vehicle behind and join them other people. And if there are no one is going, then they take the vehicle, but they offer their empty seats to other people so that they can make use of it. So others can leave vehicle behind and join this. So our slogan is like, join your colleague and reduce a car from the road today.
Now, you've raised about $15 million, I understand, in February this year. Is this right now sufficient? Because I understand that there were some talks with Sequoia Capital. Fill us in. What are the fundraising plans? Because you've been bootstrapped from the word go.
Yeah, as I mentioned that carpooling is a very asset lightweight model. So the 15 million which we have raised in February is sufficient enough for us to achieve 1 million carpools per day. So we don't have any fundraising plan right now.
Thank you so much for taking time out and joining in and giving us a perspective as to how this really works, the outlook on the industry, ride-hailing apps, as well as your company in specific. And let's get a move on then. In light of the kind of declaration of the public health emergency in the national capital because of the pollution levels entering the severe plus category, Uber has launched a Leave Your Car Behind campaign. In fact, this is urging the citizens of Delhi to adopt public transport, use the pool services in order to curb air pollution. We spoke with Uber India's Managing Director, Manisha Lath Gupta, on how the company's plan and campaign implementation along with this odd-even scheme can actually make a huge difference. Let's listen in.
Uber's launched a campaign today called Leave Your Car Behind. Clean air is a big challenge for Delhi, and this is something we've been cognizant of for the last several years. We've been working on this campaign for a few months now because we know that every year after Diwali, pollution becomes a huge challenge in Delhi. And vehicular pollution is definitely a contributor to this. We believe that if people adopt public transport and shared mobility solutions, we can together, each one of us can make a difference and bring down the pollution levels in Delhi. So that's in that spirit, we've launched this campaign today.
Sure, sure, ma'am. Today is also the day when odd even kicks in. So was it a strategical decision to launch this campaign today?
Well, believe it or not, it wasn't. We were planning this campaign for a few months, like I said, but I think everybody has stepped up to the challenge of air pollution, and we completely support the move by the government as well, and urge citizens to take public transport and ride sharing to bring down the pollution in Delhi.
What are the key aspects going to be for this campaign? How will you ensure that more and more customers are attracted to it? If you could elaborate on that.
Sure. So we have a multi-media strategy here. We are advertising both in print, outdoor, digitally, and on radio as well, urging citizens to leave their cars behind and take public transport. By public transport, we mean things like metros, buses, and Uber itself now offers multiple modes of transport. So you can take Uber car, you can take Go, Premier, Pool, XL, Hire, but you can also take an Uber Auto or an Uber Moto in NCR. And that really allows residents and citizens of Delhi NCR to complete a full journey point to point using multiple modes of public transport. So we believe that Delhi is really ready to leave their cars behind and to take public transport to get from one place to the other.
Sure, ma'am. Have you also, over a period of time, have you also experienced any sort of changes in customer behavior that now our finance minister also famously or infamously said that another reason for slowdown in auto sector is that millennials prefer to take public transport or cab rides instead of their own cars. So have you over the years witnessed or felt any change in customer behavior, or do you think they are getting more aware or their interest or behavioral patterns have changed?
Well, there is definitely an increasing trend towards adoption of shared mobility, but however, it is still the tip of the iceberg. There are very few people, if you look at the overall population of our country, who use shared mobility services. So we have a long way to go. It's a hugely under-penetrated segment, and we believe that we need to bring 99% of the population onto shared mobility and public transport.
Any important any important steps you plan to take to attract consumers or to lure them into taking shared cabs or public transport? We also understand that Uber now have public transport system also available on the app, which was offered just a few days back. So any important plans, discount offers you have in the offing to make your initiative more successful or to attract more and more customers towards shared means?
So Uber believes that we want to be the operating system for mobility in every city, and this will happen with a combination of a few things. One is generating awareness, and campaigns like Leave Your Car Behind help to do that. It really helps people to think that yes, maybe I can do this as well. Second thing is obviously giving them a few incentives for trial. Even at the moment, part of this campaign, we are running a 15% discount promo code on trips from metro stations. So that's an incentive for people to take shared mobility. And the third is in-product additions, which help people to navigate their way around the city. And journey planning and the availability of public transport details on our app now in Delhi NCR is one such step to educate people about what are the various options they can take to go from one place to another.
Is there any specific consumer base you are targeting, any age group or based on any kind of profession? What's your target area?
Actually, our consumers are all citizens of the country and of course of Delhi NCR as well. Because we have a multimodal portfolio now, we find that almost everybody can use Uber. There will be a different segment of consumers for auto or moto or cars or Uber pool or public transport. But at some point or the other, basis some event or some need, they will be using one mode or the other. But we believe that our target is really the universe.
So this campaign is basically for the Delhi NCR customers, or are you planning to take it to tier 2 cities as well?
No, this campaign is specifically designed for Delhi NCR. Like I said, keeping in mind the pollution levels, which go up drastically every year after Diwali. We believe that Uber is a global company which operates locally in cities, and every city has a different challenge to solve. In Delhi, it's air pollution. In some other cities, it's other things. So we will be doing city-wise campaigns across many cities, but the challenge that we are trying to solve might be very different from what it is in Delhi.
And continuing with the menace of air pollution, here's our special report on the startups that are combating the problem of air pollution in a very unique way. Lots of entrepreneurs doing their bit in order to tackle the air pollution menace. Well, do remember you can pitch to us on SUC at etnow.tv. Right now it's time for a quick break. Lots more is lined up on the other side. Don't go anywhere.